second time around, unfortunately, Ryan wasn't feeling too good, so Alyssa did the interview by herself. And every once in a while, she goes, "Well, Ryan said this, Ryan said that," and then you see a tweet, and Ryan would put something up. So it was a lot of fun, and another great person. They're out of actually Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, cool. That's interesting actually, because I wouldn't necessarily associate that style with New York. But then we've said before, any band can play anything from anywhere, can't they? So
well, yeah.
What do I know? Yeah, no, I love Kodachrome. I love the kind of mellow and ambient thing that they've got going on. I think I've said before, and I think it was that track actually that you just mentioned.
Buggy Bumper.
Yeah, that it reminds me of Kid A by Radiohead, which is pretty much my favourite Radiohead album. It's just got that kind of vibe. I just love it, and it's got a little bit of cheekiness in it, isn't it, in the title, which I quite like as well. It's kind of you don't expect it to sound like that based on it, but again, that's another good technique to kind of draw you in. But yeah, I think it's just really, really smooth, really, like I say, mellow and ambient, and kind of perfectly put together, and another person with a fantastic voice, as to be fair, does everyone that we're playing on this part of the show, and indeed most of the bands we play, otherwise we wouldn't play them. But really, really, just to caveat my caveat, everyone has a great voice, but she has a fantastic voice, a really, really cool singer, and I dig that tune a lot. I think it's really nice.
Well, just before we get to our next tune, let me ask you this: have you ever seen the Tom Cruise movie Vanilla Sky?
No.
No, you haven't. Okay. Well, that's another one you should put on your list. It's Tom Cruise. Kurt Russell's in it, actually.
Oh, cool. This is going to be a big list, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and not Salma Hayek, but another Spanish actress. I can't remember her name, but she was big for a while. Anyways, point being, it's a great movie, but the way they open it up is it's downtown New York City. Tom Cruise gets in his car in the underground garage parking to his apartment or a condo, whatever it may be, right? And he pulls out, and then pretty much going through Times Square, and there's nobody around, not one person.
Right.
Really kind of creepy opening, but the cool thing is the song they used to play for that opening was such a good choice, and I'm kind of glad they gave them or the permission to use it. Is they used Everything in Its Right Place.
Oh, what a tune!
Man,
that would be a fantastic.
Oh man, you have no idea that fit that scene perfectly. Whoever, I can't remember because it's been a while since I've seen it, and I don't memorize all the people who had the grips, the whole thing. But whoever orchestrated it, the sound for the movie, music wise, that was a fantastic pick. The way it was all set up, I mean, it was so well done. I mean, it would fit it perfectly to a T. You couldn't think of any other song to fit that scene. So if you see Vanilla Sky, it's a very opening scene.
Cool. I'm definitely going to check that out as well. That sounds amazing.
So now I'll stop sidetracking here, and we're going to get to our next Women of Rock. And she goes by the name of Hugh Shark, and I met her courtesy of Peter Klein. And Peter Klein, I'm pretty sure I played at least one or two songs with you on board, Mike. If not, we'll get to one next couple weeks. But she hadn't put anything out for a while, and she'd done an EP not too long ago, and so she caught me on Twitter and said, "Well, listen, I got some new song. I'll send it to you. What's your email again? How's the best way to get a hold of you?" So I started the email, and she sent over, and then boom, we have a new song here. So just before we get to it, speaking of new email, the new email for NMS submissions is newmusicsaturday@gmail.com. So either Mike or I will receive it. We'll answer you back. We'll put it that way. But there's that. There's a shameless self-promotion right there. So let's
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. People have got to get their tunes in, Bonesy, and we've got to hear them. So that's a good way to do it. And they should also be visiting newmusicsaturday.com.
Exactly. And that's a fantastic site, and the curator is Mike. So, best way to put it. So let's get to Hugh Shark, and this one's called Lose Your Love. Dig this. Huge Shark with Lose Your Love. You know, man, this one was obviously electronica, but the way it kind of rounded and shaped up is like a mix of like 80s 80s pop music mixed in with electronica as well. And really, she reminded me a little bit of Pat Benatar, actually.
Yeah, it's definitely got that kind of vibe going on.
But it was really cool. Like, I mean, I love the vocals, but I mean, like, it reminded me of like a band chart from the '80s, and if you move up into the early '90s with some of the different R&B, like Black Box for one.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, it was a good tune. It was nice because we haven't heard anything from her in a long time, so it was very nice for her to get a hold of me and say, "Listen, I got a new tune here." So, thank you very much to you, Shark. I mean, that was a great tune. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was very, very cool. For me, it had an Eurythmics, Eurythmics vibe going on. It had that kind of feeling to it, which is similar, well, 80s, isn't it? It's
yeah.
Like
that, definitely Annie Lennox for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's vocally, I thought it was reasonably similar, and also the way the music was put together. I can never remember who the other guy in the Eurythmics was because he wasn't Annie Lennox. That's all I remember. But whoever he was, he put together some great tunes. Similar kind of in the way that did. And I love the. See, this is where my technical knowledge completely fails, but this is where Brian, one man standing, would have been all over this. But there's a particular beat or a set of beats in there. It's not an 808, but it's that kind of drum sound that just you hear it in a lot of music like this, but they've used it. I'm trying to describe a sound, but yeah, you hear it in a lot of stuff like this. But the way that they've used it, they've kind of put this little bit of crunch on it when it hits on the snare, and it just sounds absolutely stunning. It's just a really nice little crisp, I guess is the word I'm looking for, kind of sound when it smacks in, which I think is really nice. I thought it was a really cool tune, and I'm looking forward to hearing more.
Right on. Well, you know what, I just got a text from my sister saying, you know what, I can talk tomorrow night, blah, blah, because we talked briefly last night because she was going out with her fiance for a few drinks and grab some pizza, and I fell asleep before I got the pick, and I woke up this morning, I see a text from her, I look at the text, like, what the hell? It's this huge slice of pizza because she lives in Washington, D.C.,
right.
So she's there, and I see a slice of pizza. She goes, well, normally Chris will finish this on his own, but for once he actually split it with me, and we had to because it's just too big. And
okay.
Chris is about my height. He's about 6 foot, and he's like bulky, not chunky. I guess the best way to put it without being offensive to anybody, really. But anyways, it's funny because both she and her fiance listen to the show, so they follow us on Spreaker. And it's cool because her fiance is a musician, and he went to school for I can't remember his degree is in. He's doing something completely different from what he went to school for, but it's got to do with music. And we have a really good connection, eh? And when I went up for Christmas, this will be a short story because I think I've told this before. So I went up for Christmas Eve, and I went up on the 23rd instead of the 24th. So on the 23rd, like after my midnight shift. So I got there, and we're hanging out, and then Saturday night, because I left on Christmas Day, so Saturday night, we did a bunch of stuff, and then we had a bunch of wine with dinner. We got into Jameson's, and then we kept on going, and I was like, yeah, go ahead, the bottle's right there, go grab it, blah blah blah. So we had a good time, and he went to bed, and I got up, and I was ready to go about 10:30 in the morning, and my sister's sitting on the stairs, and we're talking. This is at my dad's house, and we're talking. And then finally, Chris comes out of the bedroom, and Sir looks up. He goes, "You alright?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Couldn't keep up with the 37-year-old, could you? He's like, "No, I know I couldn't."
Love it.
But
I must say, good choice. I love a bit of Jameson's.
Oh yeah, but anyway, regardless to say, Chris, her fiance, which I'm going to wedding in October, is a great guy. Like, he really is a cool guy. So like. She made a good pick, and we get along so well. So it was funny that he tried, because I wasn't forcing his hand at all. I'm not the type of person who's like, you want to go ahead, don't worry about it, I'll be good. And then of course get the no, I'll be good. That, man, why did I do that again, right?